So Seema and Steve, this is Ilya. You already know that. But anyways, I just thought I'd go over leasing versus financing for you. Just do it quickly in a nutshell. Remember, regardless of whether you lease or finance, a car or a truck is a depreciating asset. That means it loses value as soon as you start driving it, and it continues to lose value. When leasing, the overall concept to understand is you're only paying for the portion of the vehicle that you're using. When you're financing, you're paying for the entire vehicle because you own it. On a lease, you have a limited number of kilometers that you can drive. Generally speaking, leasing allows for 24,000 kilometers. You can always add kilometers in advance. However, if you think you're going to need 35,000 or more per year, I'm going to tell you to go to a finance. Financing, you've got unlimited kilometers. You don't have to worry about them. There's always the question of ownership. On a finance, technically speaking, you do own the vehicle, and that's your only option. No matter what, you own that car. You will only own it after you pay the bank. On a lease, you do not own the vehicle, but that allows you a few options. You can own the vehicle. You can choose to purchase it at the end of your lease term. If your vehicle is ever in an accident, which depreciates the value of that car, you don't have to worry about it. You can just return the vehicle and you will not be adversely affected. However, on a finance, if you're in an accident, it will further depreciate your already depreciating vehicle. When you return the car, and that's usually the biggest concern about a lease, when you return the car, and you can return it at any time without penalties, just keep in mind that certain minimum standards must be met, and we can go over that some other time. You only have one option with a finance, which is a lease. There are incentives on a lease to get you into another lease, whereas there are no such incentives on a finance to get you into another finance. The vehicle's value on a finance is all on your shoulders. The vehicle's value on a lease is on the shoulders of someone else. Somebody else is guaranteeing the value of that car. Do keep in mind that if you know that you're going to lease and then buy it, it will be more expensive to lease and then buy it than just to buy the vehicle through a finance. Leasing gives you lower payments. Financing gives you higher payments. That's because you're paying on a lease for the use of the vehicle. That also means you're paying lower taxes. You're making your taxes on each payment instead of the total value of the vehicle. Financing, it's a higher payment. You're paying all your taxes up front. What that means is you've got more household cash flow on a lease, less household cash flow on a finance. It also means you might be able to afford a higher model on a lease because the payments are lower. You may have to choose a lower model on a finance. Finally, there are usually shorter payment terms on a lease. You can lease a vehicle for up to 60 months versus finance where you can finance a vehicle for up to 84. It makes no difference to us whether you choose to lease or to finance a vehicle. It's just really a lifestyle question as to, what makes more sense for you. I'm sure you're going to have a few questions. You can call me 905-906-4107. I'm happy to sit down with you folks anytime. Take care.